Hi friends, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today I have another haul. I went a little crazy on endlesspens.com. So it started with this order, which I got 2 pens, and then it kind of grew into this, this, and this. So these are actually 2 different orders. I'm going to open all of them. And I don't know why I wanted to order so many fountain pens at once, but here we are. So I thought maybe we could open them together. I took the other ones out of the main package because of all the whatever these are. They're like worms. All this mess. I didn't want to deal with it. But the good news is that it was packed really nicely, and I don't think anything moved in its transit on the way here. So to start with, let's start with the lower end pen. I picked up a Lamy Safari, and I think the only reason I picked these up is because they had really like good deals going on at the time. Endless Pens typically does have really good deals, so if you're looking for fountain pens, especially like higher end fountain pens, they're a really great place to look. You're gonna get, maybe $100 or $200 off the regular price, and sometimes that can make the difference whether you can afford like some of these pricier pens. So anyways, first I got a Lamy Safari. I think this is one of the special edition ones, like the cream. I think there was like a berries and cream kind of release. Like there's a red one, and I decided to get this. I should have picked up a converter for it. I didn't pick up a converter because I'm smart. But I don't know, recently I've fallen in love with Lamys again, specifically the Lamy Safari. I have a few that I purchased like way back when I first started my fountain pen journey, and I wasn't super impressed with them at the time, but I've been using one in my I've been using this one in my like personal goal setting planner, and I actually really like the way it writes. And it might also be the ink because I'm using I think I'm using Robert Oster's graphite in it, and it just, the combination between the Lamy Safari and that ink, it's just been really good. So I thought I'd get another one. Plus I'm like really into, as you'll see as I open these, I'm really into like beige and brown pens right now. Just something in me just really is into that. This one is not a beige pen, but it's another Pilot. So if you saw one of my previous unboxing videos from Atlas Stationers, I just bought this Pilot Custom 74. It is a beautiful pen. This one is in the color Merlot. It is stunning. It writes well. It's a medium nib. I'm not crazy about the ink I have in it. It's I have Ferris wheel pressed Oyster Hour in it. I'm not a big fan of that ink. After I swatched it, it just feathers. And so it kind of feathers in that pen, but I'm excited to like use up the ink so I can switch out and try a different ink in there. So this one is the, sorry, I have to look at my order because I can't remember the actual like name. This one is the Custom Heritage Special Edition. So this one was pricier, but I was really curious to try some of Pilot's higher end pens. Like I said in my other video, my very first fountain pen was a Pilot Metropolitan, and that was not, just not my jam. I did not like it. I felt it was really scratchy. It leaked, and maybe I just got a bum pen. But after that, I had not tried Pilot again. But I've been following some of these pen channels, and a lot of people seem to really love Pilot, so I wanted to give them another chance, except with some of these higher end pens. Oh my goodness, this one's beautiful. So this one is a fine nib. And oh my goodness, the marbling on this is just stunning. Let me see, I have to cut this open. I'm really excited to try this because the other pen that I have is a medium nib, and I feel like it's just a tad too thick of a line for when I'm writing in my Hobonichi, but this one's a fine. Oh my gosh, it's like iridescent. I don't know if that's like picking up on camera, but it's like iridescent swirls. It's really stunning. It has the silver trim. I believe this is a gold nib, I think. For the price it should be. But it's really pretty, and I'm looking forward to see if it comes with a converter. It does. So it's the same converter as the other one. Funny thing is, before having Pilot pens, I had never seen a converter like this before. So the first one that I got, I thought it was broken, but it's actually quite simple. You just push and it's like suction from that, and it's really simple to fill these things up. So I am looking forward to inking this thing up. I probably won't be inking up any of these today just because I already have 5 pens inked up right now, and I don't want to have just a bunch of pens inked up and not use them and let the ink dry out, and then I have to clean a bunch of pens. And I know, fountain pen problems, but I'm really impressed just by the look of it. I think it's a beautiful pen, and maybe I'll do a review later on. I do want to do a pen collection video, especially since I've been shopping more. And I have some, embarrassingly enough, I have some other pens on the way. I'm even trying some dip pens, so we'll see. All that being said, let's move on to the next. So let's do, this is my first Opus 88 pen. This one is, I believe, what is this called? Omar. So it's the 2020 version. I had never tried anything from this brand before, so I'm excited to see like what the quality is. I know, oh wow, that is a chunky pen. I don't know if like you can, that is like chunky. It's beautiful, but holy cow, that is, it's just chunky. Super chunky. So if like comparing them, like this thing is massive. I think it might even be bigger than a TWSBI Eco. Wow. Okay. So typically I don't go for giant pens, but this thing intrigued me. Obviously, you probably would not post this because this is actually pretty heavy. Yeah, that's like just ridiculous. It's like a clown. And then it comes, so I believe this is an eyedropper pen. There's the instructions. It comes with the eyedropper fillet. And that means like the whole barrel, I believe, can fill up. So that's really tight. I don't know. Is that how you're supposed to do it? There we go. Wrong way. Watch me break this before I even use it. So I guess you fill it up in there. And I know that this, I think what I read was that this pen has 2 chambers. So it's got the main chamber, and then it will deposit ink into here. Oops. Oh gosh. Good thing this is a steel nib. And as you undo this, it will deposit ink in there. So you can either leave it undone, or you can tighten it again after the ink is sunk down in here, and then undo it when you run out of ink in this main part. I'm not sure what the benefits are for that. I'm sure if I read more, I will find out. But I'm really excited to try this pen. It's much bigger than I thought it was going to be. We'll see. We'll see how I like it. As it stands now, I think the color's beautiful. I really do. And the nib, it's just a steel nib. and we'll see how it goes. It does have the instructions, so like, obviously, you just fill up the entire barrel with ink, close it up, and then I'm assuming you release the bottom slightly until the ink flows into the nib, and then you write your fuel to write. So I guess the main thing would be to prevent leakage, to remember to close the valve basically when I'm not using it. So that will be an experience. Let's see if I can actually remember to do that and not like get distracted. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to try this one. And it's really beautiful. I like the orange and the green. I think that's a nice color combination. Obviously, I have a thing for green, even though I was just talking about how really into beige pens. So the next one, I'm leaving the biggest one and the one I'm most excited for last. I am excited for this one though. This is my first Leonardo pen. This is the Supernova, just the regular edition. I've heard so many good things about these pens, and I have been dying to try them for a long time. They just sell out so quickly. I'm trying to open this without like ripping it, like I'm prone to do, which I may just tear into it like an animal. Here we go. So it comes in a really nice box. And oh my goodness, that's pretty. So I believe something I read about these is that they're created in small batches so that the marbling is going to be different. That is stunning. Okay. Wow. Oh, it's got like a little roller clip. Okay, sorry. I'm like in awe. So the marbling is really cool because on this side it's like orange and then the side is like very, very yellow. And compared to the Opus, let's see how big. This is, this is a decent sized pen. This is not small by any means, especially like considering that most of the pens I own are like sailors, so they're significantly smaller than this. But to the Opus, it's almost the same length, but definitely not as thick. Although I think in some places it is, just maybe not the cap. So yeah, that is beautiful. And it has a steel nib. And I went ahead and got it in this like black trim. I thought that it was really pretty, but you do have other options. I think there might be like, you can get it in gold as well, but I really like this like really dark. I wish that all of the pen was like this orangey mixture. I'm not as like excited about just where it's yellow, but this part where it's like just that orangey mixture is really beautiful. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to try this. I believe I got this one in a fine. Yes, I got this one in a fine. And the last one I got in a medium because it was sold out in all the other nib sizes. But it was so beautiful online that I just had to get it. So, if I have any more space to like open another pen, hopefully you're hanging in there. I know this is like long, I'm like rambling. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of fountain pens and hopefully getting some sort of enjoyment out of watching me unbox these. So this is the Leonardo Grande, Memento Zero Grande. And I know this is like, when you think of Leonardo's, like these are the kind that are like everywhere. This is what a lot of the pen people have, and I'm so excited. It is a beautiful, oh, it comes with ink. I didn't even realize that. Oh my lord, that is stunning. Okay. That is a really beautiful pen. So, wow. Let's take a moment to admire this beauty. So pretty. So I think this one might be a little bit bigger than the other one. But see how I'm like into these like beigey colors? So pretty. It's prettier than it was online, definitely. So this one is definitely bigger, I guess, because it's the Grande. This one's probably closer to the Opus size. But it's got like the almost like gem shaped caps. If you'll see, like it's kind of like almost like a little gem at the top, and it's on the bottom as well. I don't remember what the filling mechanism is. I think it's piston. Yeah, I think it's like a piston filler or vacuum filler. No, not vacuum, it's a piston filler. So you just dip the pen in the ink and unscrew this until it fills. It doesn't have, I don't see any sort of like viewing mechanism, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there's a lot of ink. It can hold a lot of ink, basically. I believe this is the steel nib as well. It's really pretty. Posted is kind of massive. I don't know if I would write with it posted. This feels a little bit better. It's just a beautiful pen, and I'm really excited to write with this one. And it came with some, just, I guess their standard black ink. I don't have a lot of black inks. Actually, I don't think I have any black inks. So this will be good to have in the collection just for the time where I'm feeling a little more traditional, I guess. But yeah, so that's what I got, and I know it's a lot. But this is kind of like, fountain pens are kind of like my hobby at the moment, and that's just where I decided to kind of dump my extra funds into. This was definitely not sponsored, although Endless Pens, if you ever want to sponsor me, I would not say no. I just really like their site. I find their prices really good. And they don't have the biggest selection, like they're not as much as like, you know, Goulet pens or some of the other companies that sell pens, but they do have obviously some really beautiful things on their site. So yeah, that is what I got. I hope you enjoyed watching me unbox these. I will probably do reviews in the future, just as I get these puppies inked up. Hopefully I will get through some of my currently inked pens, because I hate like just dumping ink for the sake of inking up another pen. So hopefully I will be able to ink some of these up and do a review in the future. Let me know if you've tried any of these pens, or if you have any suggestions of like what your favorite fountain pen is. I'm always love to hear suggestions of things to add into my collection. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!